Saint Maximin gets that. The chip shot is decent. And Alan Saint Maximin scores as Newcastle United get the early lead against West Brom. Looks for a pass inside for Callum Wilson as he finds Almiron. Goes for goal. Lovely finish from Almiron, who yet again finds himself Okay, now we're back on the grind with Newcastle. This is episode number 4. Last episode was pretty big for the series. We wrapped up transfer window and of course we signed Calvin Phillips to improve that midfield, and now we're stuck with this team until January. Let's hope we can pick up some good results in this episode. We're actually doing pretty okay in the Premier League, 8th in the league at this point. Yeah, we've been dropping a lot of points, but that's something you'd expect since we are Newcastle. We're not one of the big boys in the Premier League, at least as of now, but this episode we're gonna have a real challenge ahead of us. Quite possibly one of the most difficult games of our entire campaign as we take on Liverpool. Now we are playing them at the St James's Park, so I don't really know what to expect. We haven't won a single game at home. If we can somehow do that in this episode, it'll be epic. But that game against Liverpool is going to be crazy. A lot to look forward to. Our first big test in this episode should be fun. If you're enjoying this Newcastle career mode, I'd really appreciate if you could spare a second and drop a like on the video. Helps the channel grow. Subscribe if you are new around here. And also, a lot of people tell me that they don't get notifications for my videos. Well, you probably have not turned notifications on for my channel. So just click the bell icon and you'll get notified whenever I do upload. Let's get this video underway. Press conference to kick off the episode. Have you put a development plan on Almiron because you need to boost his weak foot? Now hang on a minute, I had no idea Almiron was stuck with a 2-star weak foot. We gotta improve that, and that's why I've put him on an advanced playmaker plan to boost that weak foot. Now it will take about 3 months, but I think we can obviously wait. Next up, your team is falling off after taking the lead. How do you want to fix it? Now I've noticed this as well. A lot of games this season we've taken the early lead or the lead at some point only to end up losing the game. It happened against Wolves where we got a draw. It definitely happened against Southampton. We were 2-0 up by the way in that game. And against Fulham we actually took the L. So that's something we've got to fix. Hopefully just be better defensively. Keep in mind we're Newcastle, guys. We don't have insane amount of money to spend on defenders. Our team is, defense especially isn't all that good, so we are going to concede. We're just going to need to concentrate a lot more and maybe be a bit more defensive and not try and just attack like I normally play FIFA with. So I think, that's probably the only way I can see fixing all our defensive issues. But over time, as I get used to playing this style of football, I think we'll get better. Now, isn't this an interesting question? When do you think it'll be realistic to get a place in the Champions League? Maybe season 3? I'm not sure, but what I do know, for the first 2 seasons, we ain't sniffing the Champions League. Let's just get that straight. I think it's gonna take us quite a bit to get to the Champions League. Even season 3 at the moment, I'm not confident. Season 4 probably, if then I don't get Champions League football, it will be an utter failure. But season 3 is asking a bit too much. It depends on how our players grow and how things go for us, to be fair. You never know, but season 2 or 3 I definitely want to at least get to the Europa League. We'll see though, but we'll see how things go. Champions League with Newcastle though would be epic, right? With that press conference done. It's honestly been very difficult picking Player of the Episode awards lately because it's been a lot of players in contention for it. Last episode, Almiron, Wilson, Shelvey, Maximin, you could give it to anyone, but I think I'm going to stick with Saint Maximin. A lovely chipped effort from him to score and get us one of our only wins of that last episode against West Brom. So Saint Maximin's your Player of the Episode. I had a big question for you guys. So far we've got 1 scout in our academy, Sebastian Weaver, who's been sent to England for the next 6 months or so to bring us talents. In his first month he really didn't do all that much. I'm definitely considering hiring another scout just to try and get our odds up at finding the next Alan Shearer maybe, or just someone really good. We can hire a scout, but with the realism mod, scouts are a lot more expensive. Is it worth spending about 3.9 million on a youth scout, guys? Let me know in the comments section. A 5-star scout is available right now and we could go for him. Now we've got about 9 million left. We'll be left with 5 million, which makes signing players in the January transfer window a bit tricky. So I'm not entirely sure if we should invest in another youth scout. I feel like this series is going to be a pretty long one, so youth academy players will be useful. So I'm leaving this one in your court. You guys can let me know what's the decision. Should we hire another youth scout or not? Let me know in the comment section. For now though, we've got some Premier League action as we take on Brighton away from home. A winnable fixture. and I think it'll be great to get a win before that big game against Liverpool. Not gonna lie, I think getting knocked out of the Carabao Cup has put us in a nice spot for the Premier League because we've just got one game to deal with every week. And that means we can save on fitness, hopefully deal with injuries really well. I'm just hoping we don't get too many injuries, but puts us in a nice spot. Like, look at this, we've got 1 week's rest between each game. That could prove to be crucial up until January for us because we could really take on every game with our best team, and that might help us get those few extra points. Talking about our sponsors tab, we better start winning games at home. Those are crucial objectives for 2 contract options, and yeah, I definitely want to keep as many options available come end of season. And also, I definitely want to thank all of you guys who have sent me custom kit options to, use in this series in the future. There are some fantastic designs on there. Keep them coming, boys. We'll choose 3 kits. Maybe we'll do like a vote on the channel as well for what should be our kits for next season once we do get there and decide which contract to sign with. But future's looking exciting for this series, boys. You guys have really got involved with some super creative designs for kits. Keep them coming. My email's in the description. Twitter, Instagram works as well. Links will all be in the description. Once again, the benefits of being able to play our first team every week. We're going to be using the likes of Wilson, Maximin, Almiron. Basically our strongest 11 for this one against Brighton. And that's how the team's looking like now. They do play with the 5 at the back formation, which I do not like. So this is going to be a bit of a challenge, but last game that we played in the Prem against West Brom, we managed to win. Let's win this as well. I've always said in this series, we'll be doing really well if we can get results in games that we are supposed to get results in. Like, I think Brighton are the weaker team here, and we need to capitalize on that and get 3 points here, because the likelihood of us getting a result against Liverpool is very slim, let's be real. So let's hopefully beat this club. Some good football from Brighton, chance for them, and wow, that's literally the worst possible start we could have had. Brighton take the early lead in this one, and now backs it against the wall away at Brighton. This is not an easy stadium to visit. I've seen a lot of the big boys in the Prem lose here. I don't want to be losing here. I just don't. We've got to try and bounce back. There's enough time. We need to try and get St. Maximin and co involved more in this game. Come on, a bit of Gucci gang here from St. Maximin. That would definitely help us out massively. He hasn't been particularly incredible in this series, but he's had a sizable contribution. A few goals here and there. Wilson out wide for St. Maximin. Go on. St. Maximin looking to bring it inside from distance, going for goal. That's more like it from St. Maximin, showing a bit of intent. St. Maximin. Good pass for Jonjo Shelvey. Decent dribbling from him. That's good defending from Brighton as well. Right now, St. Maximin is creating everything for us, which is a good sign. Oh, God. Chance there again for Brighton as they completely break through my defense. Newcastle have been torn here. Like, honestly, our defense has just been ripped apart by Brighton in this first half. There's absolutely nothing we can do about it. Like, wow, that's brilliant football from them. That's the level of the Premier League. When I told you we aren't sniffing the Champions League or even Europa League for the first couple of seasons here, I wasn't kidding. This is a team that are 17th in real life, and it's not going to be an easy task to bring them to the top. Looks for St. Maximin. I need Callum Wilson to make runs inside the box and not just hang around outside. Almiron looks for Wilson. Goes down inside the box. Ref, that looked like a pen to me. He's not giving it though, and that's half time. One of the worst halves we've had in this series. We've got to bounce back in the second half. Gonna be real with you guys. This hasn't been Buendia's game, so I'm gonna bring on Ryan Fraser. There's no other subs we can actually make, so we'll just keep it as is. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Playing against this 5 at the back Brighton has been an absolute nightmare. Every time I try and hit them on the break, they've literally got 3 centre-backs, their full-backs tucked in. There's nothing I can do, but when I make a mistake, oh my god, do Brighton just lose it and throw everybody forward, or at least it feels like that, and I just can't do anything to defend against it. It's, oh my god, this has been one of the worst games I've played in FIFA in a long time. It's so freaking frustrating. Nothing's going my way, boys. Like, I can barely even get the ball. Like, that's how bad it's been. Oh, Lallana's broken through, and that's 3 for Brighton. That's going to be our biggest defeat of the series, at least for now. Oh god, and we're facing Liverpool next. This could be a nightmarish episode, guys. I'm not kidding. Lallana with the goal, a former Liverpool player scoring against us. We're 3-0 down to Brighton. Yikes. Ryan Fraser, just give me a consolation goal at least at this point. Callum Wilson breaks through, goes for goal, and they won't even give me that. Wow, just end the game, ref. I think he's blown it. It's full time. Brighton beat us 3-0. My god, we're going to have such nights in this series. We're just going to have to, like, push through them. and not let our heads drop. Big defeat for us in the Premier League. What do you think went wrong today? I love how there's an option that says, look, you can't win every week like we have been winning every week. I'm just gonna say we have to make sure we keep our heads up. So with that defeat, we've dropped down to 11th spot, which means we're out of the top half of the table. And it could get worse as our next game is at home to Liverpool. We haven't won a single game at home so far. And I'm not sure if that's going to change here because, well, Liverpool are doing pretty well. They're actually second in the Premier League right now with 14 points. A perfect record. Pretty much haven't lost a single game. Spurs, though, top of the league. This is going to be a difficult night. Of course, in real life, Liverpool are going through a very weird moment where literally all their centre-backs are injured. Of course, in the game, that's not going to be the case. Oh. What? Pulled hamstring for Virgil van Dijk, 5 weeks. Well, he's not going to be available for this next game. Hang on a minute. Okay now. Yo, that's nuts. Wait, let me just check the other defenders. Joe Gomez, I think, is one of their centre backs. Let's take a look. Joe Gomez, there's he. Nah, this is the realism mod doing its magic, or I don't know what's happening here. A broken toe for Joe Gomez. Now, he'll be back in a week, but he won't be playing this next game for us. Let's freaking go, boys. What about Joel Matip? Don't tell me the entire Liverpool defense has been injured. Nah. No, that's not happening. Nah, Matip is fit. At least they've got one centre-back. Of course, I think Kabak hasn't gone through because I think the squads weren't updated when I started this career mode. So, I'm pretty sure Ozan Kabak is at Schalke. So, yeah, they don't have him either. So, it's going to be interesting to see what backline Liverpool go with. Okay, so Liverpool starting with some Van den Berg guy. I have no idea who he is. But, you know what? Without Virgil van Dijk and Joe Gomez, we might just have enough in the tank to get something out of this game. Just gotta hope for the best. We've just gotta hope for the best. We just lost our last game. We got embarrassed. But against Liverpool, if we can sit back and, absorb all the pressure on the break, we might be able to do some damage. Seeing those 2 injuries has given me a lot of hope. Let's do this, boys. I don't think we'd have a better opportunity to face Liverpool than this because they don't have Virgil van Dijk. They don't have Joe Gomez. If we can capitalize and get points here, it'll be huge. Calvin Phillips with a brilliant pass for St. Maximin, who's broken through. That's good defending from Liverpool. I kind of feel like with the formation we're using, I just don't get the best output from our wingers. Maybe something needs to be adjusted because, yeah, I feel like St. Maximin's getting a bit wasted down that left flank, being really deep. I think we've got to do something to fix that. Now Liverpool on the attack. Remember, it's their defense that's got problems. Their attack is still as good as ever as the cutback is brilliant. Max Aarons with one of the blocks of the series. I don't know how he's managed to do that, but he's blocked the chance. And we could do something on the break here. St. Maximin looks for Almiron. Back to St. Maximin as he takes on Trent Alexander-Arnold. Gets past him. Looks for Almiron again, but he gives it away. We still have the ball though. Almiron. John Joe Shelvey. We're keeping possession well. Now Buendia looks for Callum Wilson. I think he's on. Now he's offside and that's a big chance wasted. How did we not concede there? Not gonna lie, we've been much better in this game than that fixture against Brighton. I think it's because Liverpool play a possession-based style of play. And that really benefits us because we can hit them on the break. We can soak up the pressure. And so far, so good. Roberto Firmino looking for that pass for Mane. All about that soaking pressure. And well, Lascelles comes up clutch to, track back and defend that. Huge moment for him. But my God, we've got to be careful. Letting Liverpool in those dangerous spaces is just not the right thing to do. As I try and switch the play for St. Maximin. How is Trent recovering that so quickly? I don't know. But we're still keeping the ball. With passes like that, we're going to be in trouble. We've got to be careful with how we keep possession. Good play from him. Looks for John Joe Shelvey. A bit of space opening up for him as he finds Callum Wilson, who's going through. Still Callum. Stops. Looks for Shelvey. It's chaotic defending from Liverpool. And well, we've taken the lead. A shock lead at St. James's Park. John Joe Shelvey with a cheeky celebration. And Newcastle United are upsetting the odds, I guess. We're 1-0 up against Liverpool. John Joe Shelvey, what a strike. Callum Wilson did brilliantly to create that opportunity, but look at that strike from John Joe Shelvey straight into the roof of the net. Imagine if that was Virgil van Dijk. I'm pretty sure he'd have come in with the block, but we're taking advantage of Liverpool not having both Van Dijk and Joe Gomez available. Can we get a shock win here at St James's Park. Our first home win being against Liverpool. Now that'd be epic. Half time, I don't know how this is happening, but we're leading 1-0 against Liverpool. Even though they've had their defensive problems going forwards, they're creating the better opportunities. We had like one chance and we took that. Second half, let's hang on. I want at least a point from this fixture. A win would be an unbelievable bonus. Oh, I see St. Maximin making a good run. He's gone through. Gucci gang, let's go, boys. Newcastle United make it 2-1. 2-1? 2-0 against Liverpool. For some reason, my brain thought Liverpool had scored, but that's not happened. Their defense is non-existent here. They are really struggling to cope without the likes of Joe Gomez and Van Dijk, and we've taken complete advantage. What a run from St. Maximin. Look at that number 72, Van der Berg or whatever his name is. He was literally clowning himself there. I don't know what he was doing, but we took complete advantage of that. We're actually 2-0 up against Liverpool. Yep, this is happening. Klopp looks furious. He's fuming right now. Let's keep this up, boys. A famous win at St. James's Park. Let's get it. Looks for St. Maximin. This could get ugly now for Liverpool. St. Maximin back inside. Callum Wilson makes it 3. My God, this number 72, I want to know who he is. He's just not keeping track of anyone in the box. Newcastle United 3-0 up against Liverpool. Wow, I have no words. I mean, we just got beat 3-0 by Brighton, and here we are a few days later beating Liverpool 3-0. Is this for real? Is this actually happening? Yep, it is. We're 3-0 up against Liverpool. Come on. Making a defensive change. I'm bringing on Hayden for Shelvey just to give us more defensive security, because you can't ever count Liverpool out. So, yep, it's a smart move. Firmino has broken through. Maybe a consolation goal for them. We're not even going to allow that to happen. Good defending, but Salah still has it. Oxlade-Chamberlain, now Wijnaldum looking to turn. Fabian Schär deals with that well, but he doesn't get it away. Wijnaldum still with the ball. Come on, get the ball off him. Someone. Firmino has broken through. A big save from Dubravka. We're not even letting them get a consolation goal, boys. Come on. Oh, could be a goal finally for Liverpool as they break through with Mo Salah, and Liverpool do finally get their goal. 100% deserved. They had enough chances to maybe score 4 goals in this game, but it's just not worked for them. One thing I don't understand, why is Salah celebrating like this when his team is 3-1 down? Doesn't make all that much sense. And that's a wrap for this one. We've actually beaten Liverpool in the Premier League 3-1. What a performance. Now definitely aided with Liverpool's injury problems, but still, this was nuts. We've actually pulled it off. A win at St. James's Park, our first home win of the season. And this is going to go a long way in terms of confidence for our team. Helps with the sponsorship objectives. Let's go, boys. We've beaten Liverpool. Looks like the injury curse is at Manchester City, as well as Laporte will be out for the next 3 weeks. It feels good for once that injuries aren't happening to us and other teams, but now that I've said it, watch one of my key players get an ACL or something. Let's hope not. This should be fun. A youth squad monthly report. Let's see if our English scout has brought us any talents. Nope. None of these players look promising at all. That's why I'm thinking, do we hire another youth scout? Maybe that just makes more sense, because, yeah, currently we're not getting any good youth academy players from our current scout. It's been a couple of months and he's brought us just trash. Next up in the Premier League, we're facing a team that are battling relegation, 17th in the league, and I'm gonna take my chance and quick sim this game. I'm hoping it works. I'm gonna regret this so much if we don't get 3 points here. Oh my God. And we do get 3 points. Oh, such a freaking relief. A 2-0 win as well. Who scored for us? Fabian Schär and Callum Wilson. Yo, making a bit of progress, boys. I think they got a red card. So, yep, in the 29th minute, this Bogle guy got sent off, and that really helped. Petition to end the season right now. We're 7th in the league, and I'll take that come end of season. But of course, that's not how things work. We now take on Leeds United, who are a very progressive attacking side. I kind of fancy that because on the break we could do damage. So let's get into our next home game. I think I'm finally getting the names right for the Longstaff brothers. I'm starting Sean Longstaff for this one instead of John Joe Shelvey. Just giving him a go. We need to get our youngsters as high as possible in their overall. So that's only going to happen if we play them more often. So apart from that, Buendia, we've got St. Maximin, Almiron, Wilson all starting. And of course, Leeds have got a good team. Rodrigo up top, Rafinha. They really should be higher up in the Premier League table with that. But we've taken Calvin Phillips away. He's going to be playing against his former team. This should be interesting. Definitely going to be a weird game for Calvin Phillips. Already playing against his former team. But I'm sure he's going to be wanting to step up and deliver in this fixture. Let's hope he can do that. Well, That's not the start you'd want from Calvin Phillips as he gives the ball away and potentially a chance for Leeds. Early goal for them potentially. Dubravka with a big save and he punches the ball away. Hang on a minute. Has Calvin Phillips forgotten who he plays for? Because he literally almost assisted Leeds for their first goal. Rodrigo, now Pedraza. Good shot from Pablo Hernandez. There's nothing you can do about that. It was brilliant football from Leeds, and that's Leeds for you, man. Going forwards, they're lethal, and they've got a lot of flair with, Bielsa way. They play the Bielsa way, a lot of pressing, a lot of flair, and they've just made it 1-0. Good run of form could come to an end here if we don't respond. We haven't really done well in games where we've gone a goal down, so we need the team to respond here. Miguel Almiron could look for that pass. I wasn't trying to find Saint Maximin, but it might just work. Let's see if he can bring it inside, which he can. He's got the pace to do so. Still Saint Maximin going for goal, but that's way above the crossbar. Miguel Almiron has been really keen this game so far as he looks to start more attacks. As it's now Saint Maximin on the ball. Looks for Almiron again. Back for Saint Maximin. This is superb. Cut back inside for Callum Wilson. It's brilliantly done from Newcastle United. We get the equaliser. Callum Wilson on the end of it, but cannot deny the work here from Almiron and Saint Maximin. Superb pace. And they linked up beautifully to set this one up for Callum as we make it 1-1. An important goal for us. Have a look at that for a pass from Saint Maximin. Inch perfect. We've got the equaliser. Max Aarons looks for Callum Wilson. Back for Max Aarons. And now our fullbacks are pushing forward as well. We're in the mood here. Max Aarons does well. Looks back for Callum Wilson. Tries to go for that near post, but Leeds had that covered. Good pass for Callum Wilson if he can get it under control, which he just about can. Needs to finish this as well. Oh, Callum Wilson. Finally, we're seeing him step up in front of goal. His finishing has been on and off this season so far, but that was a phenomenal finish. And also credit to Lascelles for providing that pass. And of course, Callum Wilson going near post this time, not making a mistake. And he scores yet again in the Premier League. How many goals has he scored so far for us this season? 6 already. That's brilliant to see. Half time and we've already turned around the situation, which I'm really proud of. I've told you, in this series, so far we haven't really made comebacks. Like, when we go 1-0 down, it usually gets very ugly. So, it's awesome to see us make the comeback, but it needs to stay this way. Second half, let's keep the performance up. Just look at the high line Leeds are holding. No wonder Callum Wilson is having a field day, but Dubravka forced to make a save. And on the rebound, who is this guy? Gardmarsh or something? I don't know how you pronounce his name, but that is a wonderful finish from him. I don't know how he improvised to do that, but fair play. You can't complain when you concede goals like that. Leeds literally play all-out attack, YOLO at the back. That's what they do. It works for them though. Look at the save here from Dubravka. It was superb, but what a finish. Nothing you can do about that. It's 2-2 and well, we have a game here against Leeds. Miguel Almiron running at the Leeds defense. Finds Callum Wilson. Looks for that pass for Buendia. The question is, can he get there first? He can. Looks to bring it inside. Buendia maybe going for goal. That's a decent attempt from Buendia. Almost curling it into the back of the net, but still wide. We're yet to see a goal coming from Buendia in this series. He's had a few assists, but we yet to see that magic moment from the Argentine. Rodrigo now. This is horrible. This is genuinely horrible. After all the hard work we put to make the comeback in the first half, to concede like that, there's nothing much you can do. Players like Rodrigo are just way too quick to handle. As Leeds make it 3-2, we've got 10 minutes to try and get something out of this. Here's Saint Maximin. We need something from him as he goes backwards for Almiron. Finds Wilson. And now it's Sean Longstaff. Big chance for him. Goes for goal. Shots blocked. But a corner in the 90th minute. If we score from here, oh my god, would that be insane. I'm going to take it short. Almiron here. Looks for the pass inside. Longstaff. Sees a pass for Saint Maximin. Another pass. Am I overplaying it? But it might just work. Here is Saint Maximin taking it wide. Once again looks to bring it inside. Still Maximin goes for goal. No, that's wide. At the death, Saint Maximin couldn't convert. How close was he though? Well, there you go. 3 points dropped against Leeds United. My god, was that an intense game of football. So much drama. Not gonna lie, guys, at the end of that game, I thought we were at least gonna get a draw because that chance from Saint Maximin, I can still get a replay of that in my head right now. But yeah, tough luck, I guess. 8th in the Premier League. We're literally back where we started. We were 8th in the Premier League at the start of the episode and we're there as well now. So That's kind of hilarious. What's the next few games looking like for us in this series? Aston Villa is going to be an annoying one because they did knock us out of the Carabao Cup. And then next month, oh my god, what are these run of fixtures? Man United, City, Everton and Arsenal in the same month. This is going to be a nightmare, guys. Oh my god, and we're not going to have all these teams have an unbelievable amount of injuries because, yeah, we're not going to get lucky like in that Liverpool game, but tough weeks coming ahead in this series for us. Player of the episode for me, Callum Wilson, I thought was stand out. A lot of goals from him in this one. Scored a brace against Leeds, but unfortunately we couldn't win. I thought he was really good. And apart from that, seeing overall growths on Buendia is definitely nice. Let's hope we see more from all our players. Well, this is where we're wrapping up today's episode of the Newcastle Career Mode. The episode had its ups and downs. The highs were superb, you know, beating Liverpool. That's a major achievement in this series, and then again, the 2 L's we took were kind of painful. Next episode, let's try and be more consistent and remain in the top half of the Premier League table. But that's it for this one. If you enjoyed today's episode, I'd really appreciate if you could spare a second and drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll catch you all next time.